I had another company come and give me an estimate on an asphalt roof, and he told me that he would have to charge me extra because my roof had a very steep pitch, and then I would have to have holes drilled into the roof because on asphalt roofs they require more heat release to make the roof last longer. And I didn't want my roof to have holes in it. And I felt really bad that, that the pitch was too steep and he was going to charge me extra for that, but the aluminum block people said that that was no problem at all, and they didn't have to make any other holes in the roof, and that these shingles would last a lot longer, where the asphalt roof would probably only last me about 20 years, where this one is a lifetime.
We're with Vardell Taylor from Aluminum Block Roofing. Vardell, you mentioned to me once that there are certain types of roofs you can roof over and certain types you can't. Tell us a little bit about that, some of the problems that people run into.
Right, Randy. Commonly, asphalt shingles are what most people have, and historically the three-tab shingle was the most popular. It was a relatively low-profile, relatively flat shingle, and you could put a second layer over the top of those, and it looked fairly smooth.
And it worked out okay.
Worked good.
Right. Architectural now seems to be more common. There's a problem there.
It is. The architectural shingles are very popular. People like the high dimension, the thick dimension. It's an attractive shingle. But what they don't realize is it doesn't cover well. So when that roof wears out, it's going to be very difficult to re-roof over it and have it look nice, which ultimately means removal. So
the recommendation is these days with an architectural roof that if you're going to re-roof, you have to pull the architectural shingles off.
Right.
Costly, more expense.
Exactly.
So if you have a lifetime roof, as it would be with an aluminum block roof, you don't have that problem down the road.
Right, and a lot of people just don't factor the removal in. They look at X dollars it's going to cost us to get an architectural asphalt shingle on, but when that has to be replaced, they forget the removal costs. So when you start adding those in, those less expensive roofs are
more expensive at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You get 20, 30, 40, 50 years down in the lifetime of the house, and this continues to add up.
Okay, we're here today to see the downfalls of tile roofing. As you can see, the elements get underneath them. Bird's nest, leaves, whatever, which eventually creates leak problems. They break fairly easy. You can step on them, break them in half. You have to replace them as you walk on them. As you can see here, they've replaced, somebody's walked on them and they've replaced it sooner than the other ones have. There's cracks all through them. They create weight problem. As we see here, you can see the gaps from the mortar to the chimney, and they try to seal it to the brick. And you can see where they've tried to put some tar, but it just breaks down over time and the water's gonna get in there. It is just not made to withstand these elements, especially in Utah.
Vardell, what I'm hearing you say is that if people are not using a lifetime roof, such as an aluminum block roof, they're setting themselves up for a lot of expense down the road. 3, 4 times maybe?
Easily that, Randy. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize.
Recommendation would be?
Do it once and do it right, and do it cheaper in the long run.
And you're done with it.
Right.